Hello everyone and welcome to the Pageant Perspective podcast. I am your host Candice Freeman, and in this podcast we go beyond the sash, unveiling stories and celebrating beauty. Today I'm joined by a lovely bold lady in green. She refers to herself as Lady D sometimes. Desiree, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you, Candice.
Awesome stuff. It's a pleasure. No, it's a pleasure for having you here. I know you were going to say thank you. We are thoroughly overjoyed to have you. Can you please introduce yourself to the audience?
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank God for this opportunity for me to be obviously be here on the Pageant Perspective. The opportunities that will come from this, but most importantly, for this day, to the audience out there, welcome. Happy Sunday, and most importantly, happy Women's Weekend, happy Women's Month.
Definitely.
Not only for South Africans, but the women around the continent, women around the world. Salute.
Thank you so much.
Desiree Oliphant, and I'm happy to be here today.
Desiree, you've come across as very vibrant to me. But if I had to ask your mom or a close friend or relative, who is Desiree? How would they describe you?
You're right about the vibrancy. So she's dynamic, she's bubbly, she
lights up a room.
Exactly. Like a live wire always, but friendly, courteous. I consider the next person sometimes to
very important.
My detriment. Yes. So I have this big love for life, for people. I am very tender. I can be very emotional. So I've got a very small, tiny heart, and I cry easily. Okay, although I am a bit of a bulldog in the boardroom. Then when I'm angry, you can get me.
Oh.
Those who know me knows that don't get on my wrong side. And my children would say, Mommy, that was a little bit too emotional, or you get too emotional, you should curb that. But that is me. I live my true self and the essence of who I am on the emotional side of things, I'd say, if that makes sense. So let me just give an example. So when I'm extremely angry, it is because I've allowed matter A to escalate and compromised on it to a point of no return.
Yeah.
So when I do get angry, I tend to be overly assertive, if you know what that means. And thereafter, I go inward, which is not a very good trait, but it's there when it comes to Dezzy. Overall, flamboyant. I'm I'm warm, and aspirational, driven, caring, loving. And a big love for life.
Desiree, let's start off with your media career. You've been in the industry for over 30 years now.
Yes.
What would you say set the course for your career? How did it start out for you?
All right, thanks, man. From university at Rau, down the road from the SABC in Auckland Park, I said to my dad one day, Dad, thank you for taking or suggesting that I go for professional modeling at 16 and graduated at, I think, 18, 19. And then I looked at the high towers and I said, Daddy, since you do boxing at that place there, the SABC, I'd like to go do a few of my stuff on the ramp there or stuff on the stage there. And then it turned out I did join the SABC, but in media. media sales for the bulk of it, and then concurrent to that, an actress on Vet Cook Palace, believe it or not, and concurrent to that, of course, my professional modeling career in South Africa and beyond.
Lovely. I used to watch Vet Cook Palace. What character did you play?
Bobby Lee Plaatjies. And yeah, that was, I think, episode 13. It was called Die Liefdesdriehoek. Now that means that I had a boyfriend, Face Foster, and a couple of other admirers plus Vorsie, doing the Vet Cook behind the counter there.
Okay, no, that's great.
Great fun though.
And then you also have your business called Switch with Dezzy, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me what it's about and what's the mission of this business?
All right. So fast forward to after almost 20 years at the SABC. I was headhunted to go and obviously head up Jacaranda, East Coast Radio, and I give them mention. I hope you don't mind on the Pageant podcast because rightfully so. To then go to digitize the Herald. That's when I decided, Switch with Dezzy is my brainchild, and that is basically connected to my purpose to help better the lives of women primarily, and then children, or women and their children.
Yes.
So Switch with Dezzy is the narrative I use when it comes to CSI, commercial in the community, but it is also my message to when I interact with people, to either give a message of encouragement, a message of motivation, to engage where they're at and how they can be better, or move to what feels better, what is better,
Yes.
and sometimes what's the right thing to do, basically in a nutshell. So that started, it is now about 10 years old, Switch with Dezzy. I have not been actively involved with it in terms of just, putting it into a concrete idea where people can come to and engage and interact with me under one roof, for example, on the ramp, where I can impart skills and switch with them, help them to switch in the modeling industry. It's always been living, on the ground with the community, whether it is me at a school, me at an old age village, me at the hospital, or me amongst my peers, with a special message of hope, or a switch, for lack of a better word.
And I actually get the switch word, how you use it. It's switching up, it's changing, it's making something new, innovation. I like that.
Yeah, and when you know me, people who do, my family, and within my close circles, those I've worked with, the energy around Desiree is always positive. And I say that unapologetically because that's where Switch came from. It sits at my core. When I enter a room, and I know it sounds like I could be, perhaps it could come across as blowing my own trump. But it's not. I light up a room. I leave a positive fragrance. That glitter behind every time I've interacted with somebody, whether it's a formal engagement or an informal engagement. And I love that about me and what I have to offer the next person. But most of all, when Switch was born, just to go back to your very first question about where it started, was when in church I asked the Lord to please reveal to me what makes my heart cries. I go worship, I go praise the Lord. But there was this one day, I remember, where the message came, and whilst praising and worshiping, I asked God in prayer to break my heart for what breaks His. And to show me how a glamorous, flamboyant personality, women where people feel easily intimidated by me, can go into people's personal and private space and help when their hearts break. Because now I am equipped with that
I see.
information I can share with them. And I don't say it lightly, Candice. I say equipped, meaning that for all these years, whilst I've been switching and understanding where and how I go about serving the people within my value chain, I've been engaging the church, I've been engaging God, I've been sitting with whatever area in my life I had either the most challenging times with or the most beautiful times with.
Yeah.
And I've always gone back to the Lord to ask, show me, shine your light on the path, on the most appropriate and best path that I can walk or I should walk,
Yes.
given this particular area in my life or given this particular engagement with whoever I am busy with at the time. Yeah.
Okay, that's lovely. And with regards to pageantry, you've won a couple of crowns.
Yes.
Well, which title or experience would you say was most impactful, or do you value the most? Which one would you say stands out for you? Which crown or experience would that be?
It's definitely when I was crowned Miss United Nations South Africa in 2015. Yeah. The next year, I went and represented the country with that crown and that title in Jamaica.
Wow.
And we placed second princess, which is about third, in the top 3 worldwide.
Well done, though,
And
yes.
thank you
Well
very
done.
much. And that is when it all started for me, that even though I am a professional model, gone are the days where it's only about a beautiful body in a bikini. It cannot be.
Yes.
It has to be a 360
So your
experience.
mindset switched.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly when it happened, and I've never looked back since. It's just that, like I said earlier on, now, and that is why the pageant perspective, and that is why the conversation is now getting to a point where
We go beyond what you see.
yeah, and it's almost unapologetically harder, faster, and it's more sure. This message that I bring via Switch with Dezzy. So that's where it started.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I took the long way.
No, you actually answered my second question, which was going to be how did your experience as Miss UN South Africa and in competing internationally in
Yes.
Jamaica, how did it change your perspective about pageantry? But like you said, you realized that there was you had a 360 experience. You knew that it's not just about
Absolutely.
the outside,
Yes.
but more about the inside as well, and what
That's
we
right.
do with the crown,
Yes.
And then as a Mrs. South Africa 2025 finalist,
Yes.
how has that been going?
It's actually semi-finalist.
A semi-finalist, okay, yes.
I know a lot of people,
We get confused.
Yeah,
yes,
you do get confused, but I would like to, before I get to how that went, say and give credit to the Mrs. South Africa management team, to the girls who went through as finals,
Finalists, yeah.
the top 30. I know that journey is going to be nothing but impactful. Yes, I've been there. Yes, I've done, my fair share, and I continue to do that. And with the Mrs. South Africa pageant, again, it's not just about the beauty, look at me, beautiful body in a bikini. Just the semi-finalist journey,
Yes.
the workshops we've done.
Yeah.
It's like the MBA of pageants, they say, of the beauty pageant. So there's a lot of work, and when I say work, it's involvement. It takes all of you.
Yes.
Beyond what we say, beyond the crown, beyond the sash, but we actually do it. And on platforms such as the Miss South Africa platforms and the one I've won many years ago, it is what it is, it goes beyond the crown. And yes, with the Mrs. South Africa pageant, nothing short of amazing. And to the leadership at the Mrs. South Africa pageant, we say salute. The work we've been through, the experience we've been through, the highlights, the lowlights. So Candice, to the woman that's meant to wear the crown from the top 30 as finalists now as we speak, to you, all the best.
Lovely. And I'm sure they appreciate your well wishes.
Yeah.
And then also you've worked across English, Afrikaans and Zulu television sitcoms.
Yes.
How has acting influenced your confidence?
Substantially so. Because, engaging with others behind or in front of the camera, it's either it comes naturally or it don't. And with me, I think starting at a very young age at a professional modeling school taught me those kind of things as well. Because on the, at school, when you're sitting at behind your desk or at your desk and you've been taught how to carry an invisible crown and what to say, how to speak, etiquette and all that, camera work was a fundamental part thereof. And when it got to me doing those 2 roles behind the camera on the small screen, it was tough, but yeah, I conquered that.
You conquered.
Yeah.
So you've done 2 roles.
Yes.
You mentioned the one already. Maybe you mention the other one.
Okay, the second one is a Zulu sitcom, Emzini Wesinsizwe.
Oh.
So most people know it because it's also it's comedy, lots of comedy.
Okay.
I think it flighted on SABC 1 at the time. So it's about comedy and
Yes.
I was just there saying to the guys, and playing along in the comedy script. Yeah,
nice.
So it's a Zulu sitcom.
Okay, no, I'm glad you and it's so you remember them so well,
Yeah.
and you can convey the message of those sitcoms as well.
Yeah.
So I like that about you. You're so passionate about the work that you do. You also describe yourself as a humanitarian and innovator. What project are you most proud of in your community work?
There's various ones, Candice, and I can't single one out, but I can say to you, every project I've done and that I've gotten involved in the community moves my heart.
Yes.
To a point where I go back to that very same place, that very same institution, to do it over and over again every year. One example that really just comes to mind real quick is SAPS, South African Police Services. I was an ambassador for South African, for SAPS for about 10 years. I think I still am, if I'm not mistaken. By that I mean they can call me up and they can say, Des, we would like to do the CSI activation. What's your take on it? Whether it comes to a drug raid at a high school in a ball gown, I'm there. But same with an old age village, to look and see where there's a need for the elderly, and then the children. So I have been, and I am proud of each and every community project I've done. And if I must do it all over again, I will do so over and over and over again.
And you keep going. So much, you keep going. It's good to stay consistent in whatever work you do, definitely. Yes. Your next 5-year goal is to impact 5 million lives.
Yes.
How's the planning going and how do you plan on doing that?
First of all, God is there. So I know it's possible.
Yes.
All right. And I said earlier on at the top of this conversation that I am unapologetic about what I want to do and what I am going to do. And some of it I am currently actively doing because I believe in what it is, that I want to serve the nation, serve the world with via the ramp and otherwise, So to reach those 5 million, I'm not going to share the secret here or share the strategy prematurely, but I'm going to say to you, Dezzy is launching, I think, the first ever professional modeling academy in South Africa. And I say the first ever because it will be Christian-based.
Wow. Okay.
And the reason why I go that route on this conversation is I want to bring in last year. And I didn't think I would do it, but it ties in perfectly with where we're at now with this engagement. When I talk in boardrooms about it to queens, what happens when queens fall? People either sweep it under the carpet or you forget about that woman that once made an impact. And I thought, I'm not going to do that. With severe pain in my body last year. Shortly after I turned 50, because I'm 51 now, I said to God, I will walk this journey as long as I know that you're by my side. Pain or no pain. And when I'm talking about pain, Candice, I didn't think I would be sitting behind this microphone today or entering or even engaging
Yeah.
life this year. So all the glory to God. And with Switch and the academy, the professional academy that will be Christian-based, that I'm currently working with and working on, I know not just within the borders or not just for South Africa, nor the African continent, but the world at large. And that's where more than 5 million lives will be touched. For me, 5 million is the short-term target I'm looking at. But I don't, and I'm never going to limit God. Sitting here healed, completely healed
Sure.
from the journey I've had to walk last year. I look everyone squarely in the face and I say, whatever you put your mind to, you can do. But when God is part of that equation, the sky and beyond is the limit.
Definitely. Faith plays a big role in your life.
Absolutely.
And I know you put out the motto, full armor.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what that means to you, wearing the full armor?
To every day, or before a day starts, acknowledge God. Not just by praying and having conversations early morning or at sunrise with God, but throughout the day, at a soul level, a deep soul level. Yes, there's the word that we read to renew our minds. But beyond that, what is the conversation inside your heart when you're going through your day with God, through whatever the day brings for you? And yes, I can talk about the shoes I wear, the hat, the breastplate, the belt, of all of that stuff, but it's beyond that. It's in every heartbeat.
Yes.
Inside of me. The level at which my soul vibrates is a conversation with God, depending on what I'm busy with and at which, depending on what I'm busy with. And in that moment, in each and every one of those moments, there's that engagement with God, with all of me. So the full armor of God, wearing the full armor of God for me is not just a spiritual loose term I use. It is a full-on experience, given, like I said to you, what I've been through last year. And I chose to every day, that armor of God I wear is even walking in here, knowing I'm going to have a conversation with you and the rest of the community out there, into the world. I said to God, be with me all round.
Yes.
Protect me.
Yes.
Shine your light on me so that when I speak, every word I utter is what comes from here.
Yeah. So it's an encompassing God. It's like He's ever present. And you walk with Him. That's what I'm getting from it. That's beautiful. And then within pageantry, would you say there are some misconceptions, maybe some things that you would like to correct or something you'd like to speak about that you've maybe noticed in the pageant industry?
Oh, yes.
Okay. We can mention one.
What you see is not always what you get. And that can go either side of the coin.
Okay.
For the good and for the bad. And via my professional academy, obviously the girls will go into pageantry. And one thing I would like to see switch within the professional modeling industry or the pageant world is that we get to understand contestants fully.
I see.
Deeply. And we get involved in why they are there. What brings them to pageantry? Because yes, many years ago it was only about the beauty. So we crown you in many years ago because of the way you look aesthetically. Today, women, young women, slightly more mature women go through different challenges every day. And a woman, whether she's a professional model or not, entering a pageant, is not just doing that for beauty.
Yeah.
I believe, sitting here as a model myself, as a pageant queen myself, I know that there's more to that woman stepping up, saying, I would like to be a part of this pageant. And
we don't
where we are right now, there could be platforms where they do this thoroughly, but my objective is to ensure that I understand why the girls that I come into contact with through my establishment decide to do pageantry. And once I find that why, then it becomes a personalized journey for that woman on the ramp, for that woman in that pageant. And whether she proceeds to the next round or not, as long as we know, like in my case, for the first 6 months as semi-finalists, there was a part of that pain, of that story, of that puzzle that I needed to fit. And that's what that pageant brought me. I hope I'm...
No, you're making a lot of sense. You're saying that you don't, in my own terms, I'd say, you don't want a pageant girl to be looked at from a one-sided perspective. They are a whole human being and they're not in it for just the looks. There's so much more that comes with them.
Absolutely.
Don't just look at this as a Barbie doll. She's not just a beautiful woman. She's so much more than that. And I think you embody that as well. You embody strength. You embody character, energy, vibrancy. Yes, so... which international modeling experience had the greatest cultural or personal impact on you, would you say? How was Jamaica?
I was just going to say, Jamaica.
I really want to go to Jamaica. How was Jamaica?
It was crazy, hey, just getting... I think we went via Atlanta. We connected to Jamaica via Atlanta. And I didn't know what to expect. I just know that, it's the Rastafarian and maybe I'm going to see this and that. And yes, and I did see some of this and that. But there's a different side to Jamaica too.
Okay.
There's that sophisticated side to that place where, I don't know, I don't want to let the cat out the bag, but it is how we perceive it to be.
With the music and dancing.
And it is a lot like that. But be prepared for
a more elegant side to it.
Luxury, sophisticated, in areas where you would least expect it, given that we know a little bit about it in terms of what we've read and what we've seen about the place. So
Okay. And then Desiree, how do you balance business, community engagements, and pageantry? How do you balance all of these things? What drives you? What motivates you? What keeps you going?
I think when the purpose is secured. The books say when you do what you love, you don't work another day in your life, right? So it doesn't feel like work really. But the purpose, when it's settled, secured, and it's done inside of you, I don't even look at a clock every day. And I don't do the workhorse thing all the time. Yes, there are days where I do, but for me, my work is my purpose. It is my balance. And then the other side to your question is, when is leisure time? When is off time? That I unfortunately will have to schedule, because if I don't, then, it just never happens. So, over weekends I try and, tone it down a little, not to think about a big strategy for a big organization or a big client the week ahead. And I chill with my kids, Luciana and L'Oreal.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. And then, of course, other activities. I love playing volleyball. I do yoga. Nice. Bikram yoga. There's not always a hot studio in town, but I do yoga. I'm crazy about meditating on the word, and just otherwise meditating on matters that are very deep and close to my heart. So that's pretty much the balance for me, 80-20. Not exactly balanced, but
You try your best. Yeah. As a C-suite media leader, what advice would you give to young women that want to merge business with social impact?
Yeah, I think depending on where on the scale you are, leaving school, leaving varsity, or being there at that space, networking for me is key. But not just networking for the sake of networking. Be intentional about where you hang out and with who you engage and what you engage about. And again, I mean, before that networking and engagement that I'm referring to happens, be sure you know what line of business you are into and what it is that you would like to do. So that can communicate very clearly to the circles of influence that you will then, align to and network to ensure that, you get to.
Okay. So be intentional about your networking.
That's it. Be intentional about it. Yeah.
Okay. And you look like you could be a good networker. You get along well with people.
I had my heyday. Jokes aside, I do get along well with people, and I'm also like that. I don't hang out at every corner shop.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm very selective in terms of where I go, where I hang out, whom I hang out with. And also, Candice, just speaking straight from the heart. In business today, yes, sharing is important. Engaging is important in terms of where we're at from a business point of view to solicit help and resources and all that, but also be guarded. Be not guarded, but ensure that what you're working on until it's ready to go, keep it close to you. Keep your cards close to your heart.
Oh, I
until
see.
And basically,
keep your cards close.
to your
That's
chest.
that's the word you're looking for.
It sounds like something no one should really say, but
someone
it's
has to say
straight
it.
talk. Yeah, absolutely.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going on a quick ad break. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, Des, you don't mind me calling you Des, right?
Not at all.
And I think it's a lovely name. I feel like Desiree is such a beautiful name.
Thanks.
You've done so much within your life, and I feel that you will continue to do great things. I feel like you're the type of person to not sit still. Can you tell me what you look forward to in the future? What maybe you look forward to doing in the future?
I'm going to do this. Everything we've spoken about today until the day I turn 103. So you're right about the fact that
you don't stop.
I don't stop. And I'm so happy and grateful to God that I found what it is that not makes me tick, but
purpose. You found your purpose.
But makes me do, makes me go, and makes me go harder, faster, better, all the time, every time. So I will continue doing my community work.
Definitely.
Not when I say community work, I don't want it to sound like I'm going to be involved in fundraisings all the time and that. For example, the academy, Switch with Dezzy, will groom young ladies, will do etiquette, training, and all that confidence and person building, brand building for women primarily. Yes, there's space for men too, but that is what. And from there, on and off the camera, on and off the ramp, in and outside the house, at school or away from the school field.
Yes.
Everywhere, I want to touch, I want to impact, and I am going to be switching lives for the positive from cradle to grave until the end of days' time.
Definitely. And you mentioned something about grooming confidence, Can you tell me what confidence means to you? What is confidence? How would you describe it?
the ability to be present and not doubt and not have an uncertainty about what you say right now, about how you sit, how you move. It's just the ability to
be present.
To be
I like that
present,
you said that
yes.
because when you're not confident, when you're anxious and nervous, it's because you're thinking about
the next move.
you're thinking what this
next
other
best thing.
person's going to
Yes,
think, and
yes.
but being present and enjoying yourself in the moment. I feel like that's a very good description of
Absolutely.
confidence. I
Thank
like
you.
that.
Thank you.
And then there's, because you're such a phenomenal woman, and I feel like you wear different hats.
Do
But if
for
there's
sure.
if there's one way that you can be remembered, how would you like to be
Oh
remembered?
my gosh, no one's ever asked me that question before.
Yeah.
Um,
After 103.
yeah, of course.
After 103, when Dez is gone, how would you like people to remember you?
First of all, as the lady I am, but not lady in a timid way, because that I'm not.
Yes.
Also not overconfident, because that sucks when it gets too tacky. But in one sentence, I'd say I would love for people to remember and for my legacy to live on and to sound something like the woman who made the change in my life intentionally. And she did.
The woman who left the mark.
Who left the mark in my life. And yes, they will mention switch somewhere in there, because that's the methodology. That's the way I have asked God to take me to people. I have asked God to take me to people and engage them in their lives. So in a nutshell, this is what it is. To be remembered as the woman who impacted lives tangibly for the better.
To your lovely, you have a son and daughter, am I right?
Yes, I have to.
What message would you like to give them? As their mom, one day, if maybe they find this video randomly, like what message would you like to give to your two beautiful children?
Yeah, it's something they know already. So I'm just going to say it. And this is actually the question I was asked when I was crowned Miss UN South Africa.
Oh.
So they asked me, what is integrity to you? What does it mean? So my children, they know. We live by that value. And to Luciana and to L'Oreal, no matter what life throws at you, no matter which direction it comes from, I know that you will always rise with integrity. And when they were younger, because they are 29 and 25 respectively now, that's Luciano, he's the eldest, and then L'Oreal. When they were younger, I would say to them, integrity means, as my young children, doing the right thing even when nobody's watching. Yes, and we know it now. It goes around that way, but it still is embedded and engraved into my children's hearts that till today I know that is what they do. And going forward, them hearing me say it again and again and again is what it is. And it hopefully won't even stop there. It will go on to their grandchildren. And then
I do believe that you'll leave behind a beautiful legacy, not just for other people, but for your children as well. My other question to you is, in life we have to make compromises. You have to bend a little bit, to achieve our goals in some aspects as well. Is there maybe a case where you've had to make compromises, with maybe your standards or your values or principles? What was that, and how did you have to go about the situation?
Yeah, there has been. And that's when my trust was betrayed. I've had to compromise in a big way on my life overall, the standards of every quadrant in my life. But to answer your question directly is, when anyone betrays my trust, I walk away. Whether it's in business, in pleasure, not in pleasure, but on the playground, in the boardroom, no matter where in life. As soon as I feel and have the confirmation that my trust have been betrayed, I walk away. I don't compromise on that.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you also mentioned something that you don't like small talk.
Yeah, so I don't compromise on that either. Small talk is something I don't like it, but I tolerate it.
Yeah, you have to compromise it as well. Be like, hi, how are you? No,
yes,
I'm good.
Yes, but I also try and put the Dezzy way in there. So even though I have to compromise, and I something that I don't really like doing, I try sway the conversation to a different direction so that what you said about the small talk.
To all our viewers, thank you all so much for watching. From Desiree and Candice, and the Pageant Perspective podcast, it's bye for now.
Thank you.